Welcome to the Pauper Gauntlet. We are playing round 1 of season 3. This is brought to you by MTG Tickets. Check them out in the show notes. This is the one deck I am the most afraid of playing because I've already lost to the clock once this round. And this deck fights, it's like a game of solitaire because it will fight the clock. And it can defend itself against most things, but then you die to the clock. It's Rhystic Tron, based around Rhystic Circle. If you don't know what that does, you will after this duel. Okay, let's do it. Before we do it, my commentary might be a bit off here because I'm gonna be so focused on beating the clock that I'm not gonna care about being entertaining for this video. I just want to get this to round 3 and then we'll go from there. So expect less commentary than usual. So please, 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 Kennedy, don't play a control deck. Need mine. Just 3 Muldristers is pretty powerful in itself. So if I don't draw the mine now, I will play the Tranquil. No, I will play the Tower. Do I run Prophetic Prisms? No, I don't. I run Signets to accelerate my mana. Capsize and Whispers of the Moose are those big time drain spells. Or clock drain spells. Okay, this is super good. And a little part of me hopes that he just quits here. Please quit. So Rhystic Circle is pay 1 mana, any player may play 1, prevent the damage. So it's like a circle of protection that works against anything if you have more mana than your opponent. We actually have these Muldrifters and Ulamog's Crusher we can win the game with as well. But now Kennedy is letting his clock drain. So he's playing JeskaiKitty, I assume, here. Which is mid-range enough to be good for us, I think. He really needs to be the aggressor here. We also have counter spells then, so we can't F6 all the time. Two Crushers will end the game. So when the board has more than 1 threat, it's wise to stack the circle activations. Draw and develop mana first and foremost. Your strategy goes over the top of every deck in the format. Remember that the mana pool empties at the end of each phase. Some opponents may get impatient and try to be clever. Memory Lapse is best used to force your winning spells through. In permission matchups, it's usually best to just Memory Lapse your own spell, so they don't have a counter spell for later. If the opponent is aggressive, then lapse aggressively to buy you time. Power Sync can be set up to use Fadeaway. Do we have... I lack a specific sideboard plan here, and I really need it. So Obsen, if you're watching this, please add one. Now I'm feeling very confident about this. Yeah, 1 main deck Fadeaway. I'm writing a series about 4-offs, 3-offs, 2-offs and 1-offs in decks on MTGO library right now. And here we have 1-off fadeaway, and it's one of the principles of having a 1-off that you are pretty much ensuring that you will draw your entire deck or win. So then you can run 1-offs. 2 impulses and 1 whispers of the muse. That is apparently the magic number. And the dreaded capsize for the long games as well. Only 3 expedition maps. I would think that 4 expedition maps. But also the Tron is like you draw it eventually. You don't have to get to it immediately. So maybe that's why we don't run 4 expedition maps. Well, Kennedy, you will have a hard time to win this on time, maybe. But he's JeskaiKitty, he can play really quickly. The rule for this season of the Pauper Gauntlet is that a card has to be played for the match to count. And one of the main purposes of the Pauper Gauntlet is I want to grind a lot of fun Pauper decks. And the Pauper Gauntlet is like a vehicle to do that. And one of the reasons to do that, one of the reasons when I did that back in the beginning of the YouTube channel, the problem was that people quit on me. So now I started Pauper Gauntlet in 2013. And I wanted to have those quitter matches count because they wasted a lot of my time. So in a sense, the Pauper Gauntlet is a kind of lottery for the decks. So some decks will run into quitters. But what's this? You see an impulse and a journey to nowhere and you are like, oh no, I cannot win. Okay, then we get into the fear that it's me that's offline, but it's his clock ticking. So let's do the check then if I can watch another match. Yes, allow watchers, but I cannot watch this game. That's scary. I do have an internet connection still. But why can't I watch this game? This game I can watch. And if I can see them play cards, obviously I have a connection to the server and I can. So, looking good. He will soon lose the game. If you knew how much I have thought about this matchup, and as I said, this was the one deck I feared playing the most of all the 78 decks. And now the frustration that he's not here. Okay, I'm still happy that it has to make it to makes it to round 3. Let me know what you think about round 2. Now I'm thinking that maybe I should have played all the winning decks as well in round 2, just to get better with the decks and get more familiar with them, which is what I did in season 2. But it took another 3 or 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks extra to do that. But maybe it's worth it. I think this phase is the most fun one of the Gauntlet, just playing everything in the Just for Fun rooms, getting to know the decks, seeing all these different decks, etc. This is the best part. So maybe I was stupid to cut it this year. So let me know what you think for next year. We're going to talk about that on the podcast when we do the evaluation, and I'm going to do an evaluation video at the end of the Gauntlet, which is probably in April or March. Anyway, Rhystic Tron has won this match and moves on to round 3 of the Pauper Gauntlet, when things get real in the tournament practice room. Thank you for watching.